As I'm looking at the overlay, why is it still saying 171? And I know I changed it to 172. Anyhow, yes. What is good, my people? Welcome back to Computer Music Academy's weekly homework podcast. I'm your host, Tasherre Risay. Thank you for watching and thank you for listening. Welcome to week 172 of the weekly homework assignment / podcast. Shout out to my man, Ja Rose, for that intro. Using that for the rest of August and then moving on to something else. Shout out to the packed house tonight. Who we got in here? Agent Smith, Black Mav, Digger Hertz, Dixie Freely, DJ Promo, Dunsworth, Jelani Beats, Mike Notes, Mr. Wallace. No one you know. Ron B is finally in the house. What the hell just happened? He got in here, man. That's what's up. RTO Beats, my wife Samaya, Blessed Girl, Miss Tiff, and a number of other people who have not logged in yet. Thank y'all for coming through. Man, what is going on? Let's see here. What are we doing? All right, there we go. So, episode 172. I'm going to change that shortly. You know, we do a lot of things at CMA as far as different assignments, podcasts, challenges, blah, blah, blah. And one of the things that I really, really like to do is pay tribute to people, especially, you know, unfortunately, if we just lost somebody, you know, and if they're one of the greats, we're definitely going to pay tribute to them and say thank you. But what about doing that before we lose that individual? There's one person who has done so much for music, and I do mean all genres, soundtracks, jazz, pop, R&B, even a little hip hop as well. There is, and this is actually a little bit more than that, there is one individual who has done it all, who is beloved, and fortunately, he is still with us. I'm talking about the incomparable, the exceptional, the one and only Quincy Jones. And it is time that somebody pays tribute to this man and all he has contributed to music in general. Because if you don't know or like him, chances are you're a big fan of somebody that he had a hand in developing or helping produce their album, some music for them, whatever. And there is a lot of those people. So I got with the good people of CMA, and we are going to honor this man tonight. We have, looks like 10 submissions tonight. Very eager to kick things off. Let's go with my man who is south of the border over in Puerto Rico. This is my guy, my brother, DJ Promo.
Man, you have to understand and put the work in to learn the science. There's only 12 notes, man, so you can figure out what you have to do to get your own sound. You have to do that through rhythm, melody, and harmony. My biggest fear, and I don't play with that word at all, was to get a great opportunity that I'm not prepared for.
This dude promo, misdirection, multiple beats going on in one damn submission, and killing it all, and sounding damn good in the process. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. He breaks down. He says first joint was samples from "Give Me the Night." Then he had another one from Billie Jean, a couple of the different versions of Billie Jean. Don't Stop Till You Get Enough, Thriller, Off the Wall, My Cherie Amour. And then in the second part, You Don't Own Me, Leslie Gore, all songs produced by Quincy Jones. Peace. Yes, sir. And just freaking ridiculous promo. Good Lord, man. And the one thing I really like about promo, I've seen his setup a few times. He keeps it very simple, dog, as far as like what he actually has in his space. You know me, I got several things going on over here, as well as, you know, some of the other members. But this dude is Machine MK1, still on Machine MK1. Not sure if he's on 1.8 or 2.0, you know, 2 point plus, whatever. But he got the Machine MK1, he got his speakers, he got his computer and monitor and everything, and that's it. And he bangs out with just that, and he does damn good every damn time. Been doing it for quite some time. This was dope, as usual. What else would you expect from DJ Promo? I'm saying. But I love the, you know, how he always does, like with the misdirection and, you know, switching up the different patterns, making it something entirely different for the second half of the song. I love when he does stuff like that. The way he flipped all the different samples in the first half, though, good Lord, promo, and made it, everything worked. It all worked. And then the second one was more tame, but still absolutely killed it. So, as usual, props to you, promo. Good Lord, man. Thank you for that. Sheesh, that's how you kick off the show. Let's keep it going, man. Let's go holla at my brother representing Metro Detroit. This is No One You Know. Man, listen, dude. Listen. I knew cats were gonna come out the gate with some dopeness, but we're two in. Straight bangers, okay? Bangers already. And this dude, no one has officially made my favorite track of him of 2017 thus far. This was dope, dog. Quincy Jones is the man. Yes, he is. I used Summer in the City, which was used by one of my favorite 90s hip hop groups, by The Far Side. She Keeps on Passing Me By. Quick story. This was a while ago too. This had to have been like in the late 90s, if I'm not mistaken. Messed around, and this is when I first started, buying samplers. I had a Kai S20, and later I had the ASR X and X Pro, and then later I had the 2000s. But that's when I first started buying wax and actually, trying to sample some stuff. And actually went to a sale. Long story short, I got this big banana, what they call a banana crate of records, very cheap. And the sample that he used was in that crate. And I always said I wanted to use that and try to do something different. Never did. This dude just absolutely killed it. I love how you flip that sample. With his style of drum programming, the way he chopped it all and replayed it in certain spots and made it noticeable, but definitely not like anybody else that I've heard, when they have used it. Props on that. Everything sounded really good. Only thing I would say is just turn down the hats just a tad. Other than that, this joint was on point, no one. Again, this is my favorite joint of yours this year. Props to you for that, man. Good Lord. That's a dope submission. Woo. Thank you, sir. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's about that time. We got to go over to the Shy right now. Holler at one of the liars. That's a joke we keep going within the crew and on the program as well. But this is my man representing this week, Agent Smith 78. Agent Smith 78. Good Lord. A minute 35 seconds of heat. Good Lord. I used sounds from Mr. Jones' first American motion picture he scored, The Pawnbroker. On to the next one. Dude. That joint was crazy. The strings and harps, and I think it was like a little subtle brass in there as well. Man, the way he chopped that joint, nice tempo on there. I love the drums. I like how everything was sitting in the track. Everything had a nice presence to it. But overall, man, good Lord. This dude, I give AS props, man. AS is one of my favorite dudes that's making beats right now, real talk. But this dude has a knack for finding and using and utilizing very dope samples and doing it in a damn good way, because anybody could come across, you know, a preset in a plugin, or, you know, a particular sample that's dope or whatever. But if you don't know how to use it, or you don't use it correctly, then the song is just going to be or it's going to be whack, or it's just going to blend in with everything else. Also, one thing I really like about AS's production is his stuff stands out in the crowd. Anytime I play an AS track, it's like, yeah. So props on that, dude. That was stupid, man. Good Lord. Let's give some shouts out, man. DJ D-Man's in the house. DJ Lockturnal's in the house. Gemini 4D is here as well. Few other people who have not logged in. Thank y'all for coming out. Feel free to log into the chat using your Facebook login, man. Come hang with us. Let us know you're here. But yeah, thank you. Whew. All right, let's keep it moving, yo. Let's go holler at my brother right here, representing Double Negative People. This is my man, Mike Notes.
Double negative.
Come on, man. Mike Notes. Let me say that again. Mike Notes. This guy. I wasn't going to send it, but here we go. Notes. Everything Must Change by Q. Nice. Yeah. Notes with his Everybody Goes Right. Notes goes way left. That's exactly what he does. This was dope, man. Some different drum programming and usage of the sample. Definitely for like the first two parts of the song, but definitely once you get past the 130, woo, it changes into something entirely different and even more dope than what's really going on. I do like what you did here, man, as far as chopping the sample, the drum programming. It's Notes. What more can you say? It's Notes. Notes does his thing. He has his own thing popping. But yo, really, really, really dope work here, my man. I would like to see you participate more often. Even though I know you've been participating. But no, that was very dope notes. Thank you, my man. Appreciate that. Let's keep it moving, man. I'm going to head over to the West real quick. Holla at this gentleman who has been on a roll lately. I think this is, 3 weeks in a row that he's with us again? So I'm very eager to hear what he did this week. This is my man's Dunsworth. Okay, so I'm into the groove. I'm enjoying what's going on. And I just happened to look up to see how much time we had because I was really enjoying it. And I'm like, wait a minute, the track is about to end. This track was 55 seconds, dog. Are you serious, Duns? Good Lord. Nothing but dopeness. And then, all right, I'm out. What? Didn't have a lot of time for this one. Kept it short because of that. The sample is Dinah Washington, My Old Flame, featuring Quincy Jones. Anybody want to collab on this? Duns. Man, look. That was incredibly dope. But I'm going to need at least another minute and a half on that, dude. Good Lord. How you going to have it? Really dope intro. And then when it kicks in, it kicks in. I mean, the groove, the swing, the way he had the chops, bass line. I really love the drums and the way that the hi-hats were hitting, the open and the closed hat. Good Lord. Duns, what is going on, dude? I need more of this. Dude, your extracurriculum, your extra credit is to add some more to this, man. I need that. Good Lord. It started up and then it just stopped. What the hell? You can't, nah, bro. You can't do that, man. I need more. Make that happen. Thank you, Duns. That was dope, man. That was dope. Let's see what's going on here, man. Let's give some shout. Oh, shoot. We got Netmaker in the house. Shout out to Lockturnal if I have not shouted them out already. Who else we got here, man? I just saw Davenport. I don't know where he went. He was here just a second ago. Shout out to him as well. Let's keep it moving, man. Let's head on over to the DMV and holler at this guy who recently just made a return. This is Ray Jean. Ray Jean, ladies and gentlemen. Before I go any further, before I read what he wrote or whatever, let me just state the rules or whatever for when we actually do these tributes. Yes, you can sample that person's music or anything that they took part in, blah, blah, blah. But you can also create something organic, real instrumentation, something that you feel that particular person that we are honoring would appreciate. That being said, I'm just going to read what he says. This assignment gave me the opportunity to remake one of my favorite songs, The Secret Garden. I created most of this in Beatmaker 3 on my iPad. Great app, by the way, LOL. Then I imported it into Cubase and added the bass line and vocals. Finally, I mastered it in Ozone 6. Hope you all enjoy. The hell is going on here, dude? You did this on freaking on an iPad, the majority of it? What is going on, dude? This is insane. Just off of recreating one of the greatest, at least R&B songs of all time, one of his most known hits, especially for people our age, because that was, was that late 80s, early 90s? That was Back on the Block, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, because the Juke Joint was the one afterwards. So that had to have been Back on the Block. Stupidity already, the original. But then this dude goes and remakes it. He did a little vocal chop for El DeBarge and Barry White, but the rest of this is completely organic. Bravo, Ray J. Bravo. You already got one, but put a stamp on that one as well. That's absolute stupidity, dude. Good Lord, man. I love when my people do something. They go completely out of the box. They do stuff that no one else would think of. That's what it's all about. Being innovative, if you will. Ray Jean, my man. Woo. Thank you. Man, let's go down south slightly and holla at my man in the north of the Carolinas. Finally joining us in the chat. We call him Sir Ronald Beastly.
You ain't no more in Africa anymore. You in America now. You in America. Sniffing at the tree. What's that running across the road I see? You hear me talking, nigga? You in America. You in America.
Look, man. Let me go back to what I said after the second submission. I knew peeps were going to come out and clown. I wasn't expecting this. Good Lord. Ron B. I have been wanting to flip the soundtrack from the movie Roots for a while, and this assignment gave me the opportunity. I wanted to keep the track simple but feel powerful in relaying where we as blacks came from to where we are now in this America. Wait for the full song with lyrics. Outstanding. Outstanding. Without the lyrics. Freaking outstanding, Ron. This dude, I don't know if anybody has ever done that. At least not that I know of. I don't know if anybody has ever really just said, you know what, I'm going to take this song off of the Roots soundtrack or these songs or samples off of the Roots soundtrack and flip them into something brilliant. Got to get up on the stamp too, man. I mean, what the hell? That was incredible. Ron. This is why we call him Sir Ronald Beastly. Because dude is out of his damn mind. You are an insane individual, Ron. I'm glad you're I'm glad you're using your powers for good. Let's just say that. Thank you, dude. Woo! Let's keep it moving, man. Let me go holler at my brother originally representing Alabama, now in the St. Louis. This is Dixie Freely.
As a musician that went through the streets, in a nutshell, didn't ask the question, how do I get over? How do I get better? And better and better and better. And that's the school I came from. Say, let's take the key down a half step. Bang! It's right, a half step down. Let's take it up a fourth. It's there.
Fire. Let me say that again. Fire. Okay. What the hell? Broham almost didn't make it this week, but I could not let this one pass me by. Quincy Jones is one of the most talented, accomplished, and classy human beings around. This was an honor. For this assignment, I chose to sample Superwoman. What was it? Where were you when I needed you? From Quincy's 1978 album, Sounds and Stuff Like That. Originally recorded by Stevie Wonder in 1972. Quincy's version features the great Patty Austin, whose vocal chops ended up being the foundation for this track. Besides the drums, shout out to Jay Bishop's Detroit Drums for the snare, piano, strings, and bass, everything came from the record. Hope it's dope. This dude said, I hope it's dope. Have you heard your own damn track, Dixie? This was stupid, man. Yo, the way this joint came together, the structure of it, the sounds that he used from that particular song, how he used it, the drums that he used, bass, the Patty Austin vocals that sound kind of mysterious throughout the track. It's low, yet it has reverb, so it almost sounds kind of haunting. At least I remember it that way. Really dope. All of this was a great package. All of this came together. Very, very dope, Dixie. Woo! I don't know what is going on, but y'all are killing it tonight. That was another one. Thank you, Dixie. That was dope. Very, very, very dope. Anybody check in? Okay, cool. We're still rolling with the same people. All right. Good Lord. Let's head out west. Let's go holler at my brother. See what he's doing this week. This is my man, RTO Beats.
Work. Work and study, man. Work and study. You know, and I did that, but I did that a long time ago. I put 28 years on my core skill. And orchestration, counterpoint, everything. Because music is always left and right brain. Intellect and emotion. And you've got to work to keep the science going. You don't work to keep the science going, you can't support the emotion. A million guys come and tell me, man, if I could play piano, I could be better than Herbie Hancock. I say, yeah, but you ain't gonna be better than Herbie Hancock because you haven't worked, you know. But you have to work. It's work, man. They say that the dictionary is the only place you see success before work. And that's alphabet. Experienced in that. That means you had a chance to mess up a lot. And that's great, because if you don't take any chances, you're not going to make any mistakes, you know.
Wow, dog. Y'all are clowning. Absolutely clowning tonight. Hope I did him justice. First half, all organic except for a small sample you might recognize. All samples is from is that Dollar or Money soundtrack? He just has a dollar sign soundtrack composed by Mr. Jones, plus some interview clips. #WeAreCMA. What the hell was that, yo? That was insane. And then the majority of that was organic? Holy crap, yo. So you played out the orchestral parts, like the brass and whatnot. That's stupid. I swear, I thought that was a sample. I really did. Holy crap, yo. Like I said, the orchestral aspect of this, and Quincy Jones, man, he has taken part or been a part of some really dope projects. If you do not know his work as far as movie and TV soundtracks, please do some research. That dude, his catalog is that vast anyhow. But the soundtrack work that he has done, theme songs and whatnot, stupid. And then RTO comes up with this in tribute. Come on, man. It's not much I can say about this. This is ridiculous. Especially I like how subtle the drum programming is. Like that snare was sharp. That snare was cutting through the track. The kick was fitted. Hat was on point, but they were still kind of subtle in comparison to everything else that was going on in the track. Absolute stupidity, RTO. Good Lord, man. Y'all are wilding out. Sheesh. Whoo. We've come to the end, ladies and gentlemen. There's a gentleman by the name of DJ Nocturnal waiting to speak to you. Allow me to let him in. DJ Nocturnal, closing out episode 172 of the weekly homework assignment / podcast. The hell is wrong with you, dude? Sheesh, man. Almost didn't turn in this week's assignment because I couldn't think of an approach. Started this Sunday morning, worked for about an hour, went about my day, then 5 more hours. Sunday night, I'm not sure if it represents Q or not, but I envision me and Q in the studio. What would be the finished product? What would the finished product sound like? Although this is what I came up with, Q would probably guide us in a different direction. A true icon, Quincy Jones. So what you're telling me is, I don't doubt this, but what you're telling me is this is entirely organic. Stupid. Good Lord. This is what I mean when I said at the top of the show, he has had his hands in developing or mentoring or helping produce and inspire so many people. We had 10 submissions tonight of people who do respect, enjoy, and are inspired by Quincy Jones. This is what they did. Freaking credible. Locke. This dude. I don't know what more to say, except for it was dope. Incredibly dope. I would like to hear that on the upcoming project, s'il vous plaît. I'm just going to leave it at that. But that was a very dope. That was a crazy show tonight. 10 bangers. 10. There was no weak tracks in the mix. Bravo. Bravo, gentlemen. We do this every Tuesday night, 8 p.m. EST, right here, computermusicacademy.com/live. And we post the archive, the official podcast, on computermusicacademy.com the next day. And it makes its way to YouTube as well. Let's give some shouts out, man. This was absolutely stupid. He says, I'll make it a bonus track to my lock. This was insane, man. Shout out to Black Math. What up to Darrenis Ray? What up, man? Thank you for coming through. Davenport's in here. DJ D-Man's in here. Dunsworth. DJ Nocturnal. Netmaker. No one you know. Ron B. Thank you for finally getting in, my man. Glad you can make it. RTO Beats. A few other people who haven't checked in. Who else did we have? Gemini 4D, Dixie Freely, Mr. Wallace, Blessed Girl, my wife Samaya, Miss Tiffany, Jelani Beats was here, Mike Notes was here, DJ Promo was here, Agent Smith was here. Man, thank y'all for coming through and hanging with us tonight. Special thanks to everybody that participated and made this very special. And to Mr. Jones, thank you for all you have done and continue to do. We greatly appreciate you, sir. Thank you. Thank you to everybody watching the podcast, whether you're watching it live or you're watching the official. Thank you. If you would like to be a part of what we do here at CMA, come on over to computermusicacademy.com and join us. It is that simple. We're done for the week. Enjoy the rest of your week, and I'll talk to you next time. See ya!